Grace Month. I love that.
Oh my gosh,
a lot
I'm
of grace
telling
in Grace Month.
Isn't that the truth? And you know, it's you just want it settled, you know, on something like that. So our thoughts with them as they continue to work through all that.
We're hearing so many of these stories of damage because there were so many, Lacey. It's
so
taking a couple of days for us to, oh my goodness, here's another story.
Get to
here's
another
one.
community.
Yes, absolutely.
When you talk about just the vastness of the amount of damage and the path of these storms, not just the tornadoes, the wind damage, I mean, virtually every county was impacted in one way or another. So it's extensive. And now we have another chance for rain, some storms. And there is a severe threat. It's mainly down to the south and east. We'll get to that. In between the two storms, it was windy yesterday and we had several fires. One very large fire. The red spot that you're seeing on the map is a look from satellite imagery for the storm that was produced, or the fire, I should say. It wasn't a storm, it was a fire that was coming out of the Texas Panhandle. Crews jumped on that from all over the region, stopped that fire before it really made its way through Roger Mills County. I want to show you this fire, though, down in the Texas Panhandle. See the smoke plume from that coming up towards the metro? Did you notice that yesterday at sunset as the sun was setting? It was a smoky sky. That is why. It was a very large fire down towards the south and west. Now, the storm that brought us all the wind is this one, and it is pulling away from us. Our winds will relax today. Still pretty gusty. It's shoving a cold front in this morning, and that's our next weather maker. Heavy rain, rounds of storms, over 1 inch to 2 inches of rain for some folks tomorrow, and then snow on the backside of that system. Currently on our Lucky Star Skycam network, this is live from American Fidelity. It's 52 degrees. Northwest winds are gusting to 32. You can see the cold front here. It's actually further to the south. The colder air is sinking on in. So it's 46 in Watonga. Meanwhile, 52 in the metro in Oklahoma City. 60s in southeastern Oklahoma, 20s out in our panhandle. North winds continuing to gust, and what will happen is we'll have this period between now and about 9-10 o'clock where it's pretty windy, but the winds do back off into the afternoon and evening, and they'll come around out of the northeast. We'll see mostly cloudy skies, temperatures into the 50s at noon, 63 by 3 p.m. 59 in Enid, 55 in Woodward, some 70s down in southern Oklahoma. Chance of rain and storms goes up along and ahead of that cold front this afternoon, and some of these could become severe in the far southeast. We'll be watching for that. Wind and hail, the primary concern. And tonight, winds try to change direction. 30s and 40s for lows, and it's all about this next wave coming on in. Diving down now over Southern California, that's the upper level wave. This thing comes across, kind of hugs just south of I-40, swings up over Oklahoma, and this time brings the severe risk further to the south and east. So tomorrow, really starting about lunchtime, we could see severe storms start to take off to the south. That will actually lift to the north for a while before the main wave swings on out. Low risk for severe weather from Oklahoma City to Tulsa, Moore, Norman, down to Shawnee, Seminole, back down to Holdenville, and then it's a moderate threat from Sulphur to Ardmore to Durant to Idabel. Now, I don't think we'll have a tornado threat in central Oklahoma. I'll show you that zone in a minute, and here's why. I think we have a north wind most of the day tomorrow, and that will give us 40s and 50s for highs, 60s and 70s, what we call the warm sector, and this is where more potent storms will be possible. We'll have some elevated storms right up into the metro, right up to the north. Rain chances are looking likely. Cold enough for snow tomorrow afternoon in the panhandle, and rounds of rain possible, meaning up to 1 inch of rain in central portions of the state. Unfortunately, folks out west, you might get a few showers and storms, but nothing like what we'll see in central and eastern Oklahoma. 1 to 2 to locally 3 inches of rain possible. May end up with some flooding for folks off towards the east. So here's Future Next Gen showing a few showers, a few storms this afternoon and evening in the southeast. Pretty quiet tonight and tomorrow morning. And then here's noon tomorrow. Thunderstorms taking off, and these will actually have a chance to rotate around lunchtime tomorrow. They will lift up towards the north, start to weaken as they cross over that boundary, and we get that north wind. That north wind undercuts those storms. They start to lose their instability, and more storms start to fire as we head into the afternoon, the evening, and everything starts to make its way off towards the east with, oh, by the way, snow filtering in, yes, early Friday morning. So the wind threat tomorrow, highest threat 60, 70, maybe some 80-mile-an-hour wind gusts in the far southeast. May see some nickel dime or up to quarter-size hail in the metro, but up to golf balls further to the south. And it's a low to a moderate threat for tornadoes tomorrow. Our trackers are geared up. We'll bring you these updates, taking you through the afternoon and the evening. And oh, they'll be in the snow tomorrow night into Friday morning as well. It'll be a heavy, wet snow, but totals look very light. Roads may get slushy at times, up to 1 inch of snow in north central Oklahoma. We're cooler on your Friday, 50s, 60 on Saturday, 70 Sunday. Another cold front next week with rain chances coming back. And we're back right after this.